Do you wish you could just make your video in Premiere and then export it for multiple social media platforms, even if those aspect ratios are different from what you used for your sequence? Let's make your videos work in different sizes. Hi, I'm Myra Ferguson for CreativePro, the essential how-to resource for design professionals. And in this video, I'd like to show you how to reframe your content for different aspect ratios in Premiere. Here's a short horizontal 16:9 sequence with 3 clips. I'd like to make a vertical 9:16 version of it for an Instagram story. If I try going to export mode and changing the frame size, the result is a scaled down horizontal video with a lot of letterboxing. What I really want is for the video to fill the vertical frame while keeping the subject visible. Fortunately, I don't have to redo the sequence to keep the focus in frame. I can use Premiere's Auto Reframe feature to do it for me. I'll go back to Edit mode, select the sequence, and go to Sequence Auto Reframe Sequence. When the Auto Reframe Sequence dialog box appears, Premiere generates a name using the name of the original sequence plus the new aspect ratio. I can rename it if I want. Then I'll select the target aspect ratio, or I could enter custom dimensions instead. I'll leave motion tracking set to default, but if your clips have really slow motion or really fast motion, you can change this setting to help Premiere keep your content in frame. To nest or not to nest depends on whether you've applied motion keyframes. If you're not familiar with Premiere but you know Photoshop, think of clip nesting like a smart object. You can group layers into a container, apply effects to that container, and still be able to access the original layers inside. When you use Auto Reframe, Premiere is going to automatically apply keyframes to your content to keep the main motion in view within the new aspect ratio. If you haven't set any keyframes to create motion, then keep Don't Nest Clip selected. However, if you have added keyframes to position to create your own motion, those keyframes will get disabled. In that case, you could select Nest Clips. If you do select Nest Clips, be aware that it will remove your transitions. The last of these 3 clips is already a nested clip, and I do have keyframes applied to it for motion. But I'll still use Don't Nest Clips to show you how you can address the result. Then click Create. Let's see how it did. Pouring the tea is pretty good, and our tea drinker is in frame, but our product shot needs some help. In the Effect Controls panel, you can see that Auto Reframe is an effect, and that motion has been disabled. To see the Auto Reframe keyframes, I'll select Overwrite Generated Path. Instead of trying to fix this animation, I can delete the Auto Reframe effect and revise the keyframes I already added. There's a transition at the beginning of this clip that makes it so that the first frame of the clip isn't visible. I can either select it and delete it or drag the handle to get rid of it. I'd like to move the content down, so I'll need to adjust the Y value for both keyframes. I'll adjust the first one, copy the value, click the Next Keyframe button, and paste the Y value for the second keyframe. Let's scale it down to fit the content within the frame. And while we're on the second keyframe, let's scoot it over to fit both the teacup and the product in the shot. The animation looks good, so let's redo the cross dissolve. Now we can export this 9:16 sequence. Go to Export mode and set destinations to Media File. The preset is currently set to high quality 1080p HD, so you can see that's not going to work in the preview. Because Premiere doesn't have a 9:16 export preset, twirl open the video section and click Match Source. Now the preview looks right, and you can click Export. If you create multiple videos using different aspect ratios, you can send each of them to Media Encoder, queue them up, and encode them all at once. I'm Myra Ferguson, and I hope this tip on Premiere's Auto Reframe helps you export your videos in different aspect ratios.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. And for thousands more how-to articles and tutorials, visit our website, creativepro.com, and become a member today. Thanks for learning with us.